This week, Dad and I are crossing some things off our to-do list by getting some loose ends tied up on the front end. Hi guys, welcome back to Ellie's Garage, where my dad and I are restoring a 1965 Ford Falcon to become my daily driver. But we've never done this before. Happy Halloween! I decided to dress up as Rosie the Riveter for this episode because I was already dressed like this for Halloween. So, when we first started putting the car back together after paint, we forgot a few things like the ground on the antenna, aligning the hood and fenders so that it actually was correct, and we forgot to put in the splash shields on both the fenders, meaning that we have to take them off again. So
hopefully just one more time.
Yeah.
Let's do it, Rosie.
Remind me how to go.
Cool.
I need to stop.
Yeah. There we go. Cool.
Okay, so one of the problems we're having is that our power antenna stopped going down. We think it's because we just had a bad ground for some reason, but the problem there is that though normal antennas on cars like this are usually all the way straight, you can take them off. With my power antenna, you can't do that. So we have to figure out how to get the fender off with it still extended. So we're gonna see how that works. That is a good thing about coveralls. They have such good pockets.
Oh, big time.
I'm just making sure, because sometimes it's wobbly after I do this.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
We'll kind of move it here, and then we'll kind of get ready to lift
Right.
up.
I'm gonna help.
Okay. How am I doing? Are we hitting anything?
Yep, we're good.
Yeah, I've got the fender. You manage the antenna.
Yep, we're good, we're good.
Off?
Yep.
Oh, that worked.
The ground is secure.
I think it's just a bad ground. Let me get my meter and we'll test it. You good?
Yep.
All right, touching here.
Tell me when.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm touching.
Actually, that actually shows a good ground.
So, basically, our antenna hasn't been working. We didn't really know why. We thought it was the ground. Ground seems to be doing good. So, we've moved on to the interior wiring. Thankfully, we never have put it back in the glove box.
Don't look in there. Don't look in there.
It's just wires. So, we, one of these wires should give constant power, which should be this one, and the other should only give power when you turn the radio on or off. So I'm just gonna double check that they're doing the right thing, because if they aren't, then we have found the problem.
Cool.
Okay, so this one should give constant power. Yep.
Bingo.
Okay, so clearly this one is giving constant power.
So this is the switched or the power.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn the radio on and off. So we're just gonna test this real quick. I'm doing the exact same thing that I did with the other one. Okay.
Okay, so it does have... So yeah, it's got power now. So now the trick will be...
If it has power
when you turn it off. Can you...
Okay.
Okay, so...
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened when you turned it off there. You know, actually here, the real question would be, could we test it back on this side? You know, maybe that's maybe it's a bad connection here to the actual motor and everything.
Okay, we're getting power, constant power from the red.
Okay.
And we're getting power.
Okay, so the motor is getting power all around.
Yeah, so what's the problem?
That is a great question.
Okay, so we thought that was going to be a simple fix because we were getting power all around, but unfortunately, we think it's just dead. We will get a new one, come back to that later, but that is probably going to be a different episode. So we are going to fix the other problems like the hood and put the splash guards on, and then put the fenders at least on the left side.
At least one of them.
So first thing we're doing before we start adjusting the hood is we're going to take the latch and the pin off so that when we're messing with the hood we don't have to have it latched. and then we can just adjust the actual hook to wherever the hood is.
Nice.
So that's off. Well, that's gone. It does.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so this looks weird. I haven't seen it like this in a while. Okay, that side needs to drop down because it's too high compared to the cowl. We're gonna get that to look right, and then we'll
see what else we need to do.
Then we'll go to other stuff. Yeah, it's not moving.
Looks like it's already
Down further?
sitting down. Am I getting close to hitting or anything like that?
No. It's up higher.
Oh, I see. It's the back. The back sprung up. So it's the question of, is it already down as far as it'll go?
Well, we can just tighten it like this and then
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. Okay.
Do I need to stop or anything?
No, you need to put it down further.
Actually, that when I pushed like that, I guess it brought it down. Maybe I just need to tighten the front. You okay? I think like this feels better. Like earlier it was higher.
Okay.
How's it doing gap wise?
It looks like really even gap to me.
I think it's a little wider there. Yeah, actually, so there's a little bit of a gap between that Sharpie mark and the and that. Maybe we can just kind of bring them to where they're just together.
But loose enough.
And you know, we might need to maybe leave the bottom one tight, but maybe give the top one over
I'm
there
gonna give it
to kind of let it hinge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yep. Okay, I'll bring it. So bring it back up.
Yes. Sharpie. Okay, down we go. That's not doing anything. It's just hurting my hand.
I think I feel it.
Keep going. Keep going. Stop.
Do I need to come back up at all?
Nope.
Okay, tighten it there. It okay? Still okay?
Yep.
How's the gap look?
A lot smaller.
It does tend to look that way, but I think this looks perfect.
Okay, then I say we
I think
just
this looks great.
Yeah. Okay, so we think the hood's aligned, but we have to put the fenders back on to test that, which will be in just a second. But we are going to put on my new pin. So this is the old pin, pretty dirty and gross.
A little bit.
But at Carlisle, if you remember, I got a new chrome pin
What?
that we're gonna put on to make it look all pretty. Okay, now I'm just lining them up so that the nuts end at about the same place.
Do you need an open face?
What?
Do you need an open face to tighten that guy down?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because this is just the stopper. You don't tighten this at all, you tighten it here. Because this will move. I made that mistake before.
Ooh, that looks good. Man, that's nice.
We also happen to get the matching thing sent to us later. This
Which
goes
way did it go? Was it
like this? Are there such thing as chrome bolts?
I'm sure. How are we doing on the pin? Do we need to move this guy?
I don't think so.
Does that seem to latch okay? And how's the pin doing?
Pin's not down all the way.
Oh no, I haven't pushed it down. It looks like we might need to, since we kind of moved it over, it looks like this set might need to go that way a touch.
Okay.
You know what might be cool is if we leave it kind of loose and shut it, if it almost kind of like self-centered.
Is this also?
Go down to here. That looks like it's in there.
Okay.
So yeah.
No, you're right because it goes back. Okay.
Good.
That looks
nice.
cool.
Give it a full close. Ooh! What?
That's cool. Okay, moving on to the fender splash shields, fender shields. Usually you would put staples in these, but those are super hard and frustrating. So we are skipping that altogether, and we are putting screws in it with a washer to keep it in real nice. We know about where they're supposed to sit because we looked at pictures from when we originally took the fenders off. So we're going to put these on and make sure they're sitting about right, and then we should be good.
Nice.
There we go.
That looks good. I've seen it. You okay?
Vicky, I just accidentally put it in way too much. Okay, so Dad got these finishing washers that are actually really good, but we thought the inside might cut because they're pretty sharp if we just put it immediately on the rubber. So we flipped it around so it would be the real smooth end, and it seems to be working a lot better. So it's not going to cut the rubber in any way.
That's it.
Okay, so usually we would go to the other side and put these on, but since we can't really put on the fender on that side until we get the antenna figured out, we're just gonna put the fender on this side and see how that works.
Yeah.
So basically, the front shield needs to fold inward, and the back shield needs to fold inward also, but it needs to fold like backwards. So they both need to fold in, which I don't really know how that's gonna work, but we'll figure it out.
All right, sweetheart. Let's do that thing where it's kind of way swung out. You know what I mean? Kind of sticks the back end in first. Ooh, oh, you're good.
Okay.
I think that's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
How we flopped there.
I think the front looks good. The back looks good.
Okay.
It looks like we're gonna touch, but just keep going down because I can't.
I'm just gonna
tell.
go to the first lap.
Yeah. We're just close here.
Okay, so we need to pull out a little bit.
Yeah.
So there looks nice. Here we're a little close.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not even.
All right, so. Ooh.
Yeah, that looks good.
It's really nice.
Okay, let's tighten it like that. Wire is getting right.
Huh?
I thought it could be an irrational fear, but wire is getting. Okay, so I think we're done. I mean, obviously we don't have the passenger side on at all because the antenna's not working, but we have the driver's side done, and it wasn't as hard as we thought it was gonna be. And I think we did it pretty well. It's really cool to look in because it's completely sealed like it's supposed to be, like we should have done the first time, but we forgot. So it's really cool to have it finished. Hopefully this is the last time we have to take on and put this fender on for a couple of years.
Several years, let's hope. Good job.
So we kind of finished, but at least we got half of the splash shields on and the hood aligned. And since we shot that, Retro Sound is going to send us another antenna. So hopefully by next weekend, we will have it replaced and the other fender on. So what I'm taking out of the garage is that it's always nice to go back and finish something you started. Thank you to Retro Sound for sending us a new antenna, and I can't wait to put it on so that we actually have a working one. Thanks as always to my executive producer, Drew Carter, and I hope you had a happy Halloween. Thanks for watching, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time in the garage. Hopefully we can do this. Ah, I hear a lip sync.